What's good, everybody? We are back with another Call of Duty mobile video. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. So by the time this video goes up, we may or may not yet have the global version of the game updated, but we do have the green version of the game updated. And I was streaming it this morning, checking out some of the changes, and for the most part, it seems like everything that we saw in the test server translated almost exactly into the update in the Garena server, which will be the same as the global version. So I wanted to test out things in that version of the game before actually making this list, but I wanted to make for you guys, because this is not something that we've dealt with before, the top 10 guns that you should upgrade going into Season 9 of Call of Duty Mobile, because it is going to take a lot of weapon XP cards to max out your guns, and more than likely most people won't be able to max out every single gun right off the start. You are going to have to grind for some of it. Before we hop into the video, if you guys could do me a huge favor and drop a like down below and go ahead and subscribe to the squad if you guys haven't already, I would really appreciate it. We're going to try to have as many helpful, informative Gunsmith videos as possible, so you guys are definitely not going to want to miss out on it. But without any more talking, we're going to go ahead and hop into it. So as you guys can see right here, we are in the Garena version of the game where we're able to see all the different guns as well as the different categories. We do have the new Kilo bolt action sniper rifle, but as of right now, we're not able to unlock it because it doesn't come out until the launch of the battle pass. This is the one gun that's more than likely going to be an exception, because even though we don't really know yet whether or not it is going to be one of the best guns in the game, just because people want to test it out, more than likely they are going to go ahead and max it out if they can. So I'm not going to put this in the top 10 list, but just assuming a lot of people are going to do it anyway. So when I was making this list, I tried to do my best to get weapons from each different weapon category, and based off the criteria of things that are going to be able to improve the most with the Gunsmith, pick the weapons that are going to be most effective in Season 9 of Call of Duty Mobile, especially because of Gunsmith. So we've got 3 assault rifles, 2 SMGs, 2 snipers, 2 LMGs, and 1 shotgun. Starting off, we are going to go over the ARs because I feel like that is the most versatile. The first gun I'm going to recommend you guys max out, and this is not necessarily in order of when you should max them out, but just going down our list, that being the KN44. So you guys are going to see here after the update, the KN44 has pretty much identical stats to what it had prior to the update. It also has one of the best iron sights in the game, which is definitely going to be a huge factor in whether or not it's going to be effective, because adding on a scope to a gun is automatically removing one slot that you're able to use, and it's going to decrease your ADS and movement speed. You can see even without the quick draw, the KN44 has a decent ADS time. That, combined with the fact that most people would currently consider it to be a top 5 gun in the game, make it one of the best options for you to upgrade when it comes to the Gunsmith. Because even though it's not getting any type of a buff, it's also not getting a nerf, and as one of the top 5 guns, it's definitely going to be a really good option for Season number 9. The next gun I'm going to say you should upgrade going into Season number 9 is the DRH. Now, this is a gun that is already really solid for a number of different reasons. Number one, whenever you add on the OTM attachment, it actually makes it so that it's a 3-tap up to a pretty good range. Now, it does have a decent amount of recoil, but there are a lot of new attachments that you're going to be able to throw on that are going to reduce recoil. Along with that, the OTM magazine is actually going to increase the magazine size up to, I believe, 25, which is close to what the extended mag does right now. That, combined with various attachments to make it so that you can move faster and also ADS faster, are going to make the DRH one of the best options in Season 9 of Call of Duty Mobile. And then the last assault rifle I'm going to suggest that you upgrade going into Season number 9 is the ICR. Now, prior to Season 9, the ICR hasn't been a great option, but it is actually one of the assault rifles that got a buff going into the season. As you can see, you're actually able to 4-shot with the ICR up to around 10 to 15 meters. You'll see right here, we're still able to 4-tap with very little recoil. That small little damage buff is going to make the ICR a much more viable option. And with a number of different attachments to extend the range of the gun, it could be able to 4-tap from up to 15 meters, I'm guessing, which is going to make it absolutely dominant in the long to mid-range fights. And keep in mind, once again, this gun has almost no recoil. Moving on to our SMGs, the next gun I'm going to recommend upgrading in Season 9 is the QQ9. You guys know this is already one of my favorite guns in the game, and with the RUS and the Cordite both getting nerfed going into Season 9, in my opinion, the QQ9 is now going to be the best SMG in the game. When you combine all the attachments that are being added to the game that are going to make it really easy to control recoil, along with a variety of different magazine types, I think the QQ9 is going to be a very dominant gun going into Season 9, and definitely going to be one of the best close-range options. The second SMG I'm going to recommend upgrading is one that's actually not available in firing range, so we'll go ahead and pull out its former brother, the PDW. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, we discussed some of the updates that are going to be coming to the Razorback, and while the magazine size is decreasing significantly, it's also getting a really big buff to the amount of damage that it does. That combined with a number of different magazine types are going to make the Razorback a really good option for Season number 9. And since it's going to be available for free to everyone, that means anybody that has reached the level that they need to will be able to upgrade it as soon as the update comes out. Moving on to our snipers, the next gun I'm going to recommend you upgrade going into Season number 9 is the Locust. Now, there's a few different reasons for this. As you can see, nothing has really changed about the Locust. And in the past, I haven't really liked the gun all that much, but there are some pretty significant factors that I think are going to make the Locust one of the better guns in the game. Number one, it is getting the stopping power attachment, which not only increases the range of a gun, but also increases its damage, which means you could potentially one-shot with the Locust to the lower body. Now, keep in mind, the Arctic is also getting the stopping power attachment, but there are going to be a lot of tests that are needed to be done on that specific attachment in order to find out what type of impact it actually has on guns. With that being said, the Locust does have a slightly larger lethal zone than the Arctic 50, and it has the same scope in time, so the fact that you're going to be able to actually decrease the amount of time needed to scope in, along with increase the mobility on the gun, the Locust already has really good mobility for a sniper. All those factors combined are going to make it a really good option for Season number 9. And our second option for the sniper, obviously, we can't forget my favorite, the DLQ. Obviously, the DLQ does struggle in the fact that it has the slowest ADS time for any sniper, but there are so many new attachments that are going to be added to the game that will allow you to decrease the ADS time of your sniper. Even though it's not going to have stopping power, the DLQ already has really good lethal zones that make it pretty easy to one-tap characters in the game. Because of that, the DLQ is actually going to be my number one option for upgrading on the Gunsmith going into Season 9. Next up for my options in the LMGs, I am going to go with the RPD. So, like we've talked about before, there's going to be a lot of different attachments that can do a lot of different things going into Season 9. The RPD does actually have a magazine that can be added to it that increases the magazine capacity to 200. Not that I think that's really going to be necessary. As you can see, the RPD is just an absolute laser from long range with the ability to 5-tap at 40 meters. With a base magazine size of 100 bullets and the fact that you're going to be able to do a lot of different things to increase your mobility and also your ADS time, all these are going to work together to make the RPD one of the best LMG options in the game. Our second LMG option is actually going to be the Chopper, which has gotten some pretty significant changes going into Season 9 of Call of Duty Mobile. You guys are going to see right here, it's actually become more of a true LMG, at least on the stock. Previously, this was a gun that you would carry by your side and wouldn't have a true ADS animation, but in Season 9 of Call of Duty Mobile, they have added it so the default gun does actually have a stock, but there is an attachment that you can throw onto the Chopper that will remove the stock and turn it back into the type of the gun that it was in Season 8. There are actually some super broken attachments that you can put on this where it becomes more OP at hipfire than the Season 8 Cordite. And with the Cordite getting a pretty big nerf, I think we're going to see some pretty crazy loadouts with the Chopper that are going to make it one of the best guns in the game. And the final option for the shotgun that you should upgrade going into Season 9 of Call of Duty Mobile is the KRM. So this gun's good for a lot of different reasons. You could give the argument that you should pick the Buy 15 instead, but the KRM has a lot better range than the Buy 15 has. Pretty similar rate of fire to the Buy 15, and also it's a lot easier to hip fire than the Buy 15 is. All those combined with a lot of new attachments that we're going to be getting in Season 9 of Call of Duty Mobile are going to make it my #1 option for the shotgun that you should upgrade going into this season. So that is going to be it for the video. I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them. And if you think I got any of these wrong, you think there's going to be really good options that I didn't put in here, feel free to drop those in the comments below as well. But that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time.